One, two. Friends, we are going to start very soon. Can you please settle yourself? No need to use your phone anymore. Can you please keep your phone? We are going to start in less than 1 minute. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Teenacity once again. Thank you for your presence, for coming on site. And for those of you who are online, thank you for tuning in with us. And I understand that there are some of you, the 207 batch, are having KFC training, and they have taken a break, especially to tune in to watch this service online with us. All right. So welcome once again. Today is very special. We are going to hear from an organization called Shine to speak on mental health and wellness for us. Okay, so I hope that you had a good week. I know that I think most of us are on holidays. So we look forward for many more things happening in December during the holidays, and youth camp happening as well. Okay, so, but I understand also that the A-levels still have exams. So please press on. And of course, our leaders who are in uni, I know that there are a lot of assignments and projects to hand in, so do press on. Let me start with a word of prayer before we continue. Let's pray. Dear God, indeed, we are thankful for this place we can come week in, week out. At the moment, despite the COVID situation in Singapore, Lord, we can still come together, Lord, as physically and as a community of faith, to continue to praise you and worship you, and to continue to listen to your word. This afternoon is a special so-called service that we can hear more about this topic of mental health and mental wellness, Lord. Because of this COVID situation, Lord, many of us are struggling, have been struggling, and we pray as we come together to learn more about mental health and wellness, we can better equip ourselves to prepare ourselves. And if we are facing such a situation, Lord, that you help us, Lord, in these moments, Lord. So thank you for this time. Bless our time together. In Jesus' name we pray. I'm going to invite, first of all, Ivy, and then there are two more speakers later on. So please pay attention and try not to play with your phone, please. Thank you.
Hello. Hi everyone. Hello. Okay. Hi, we are Resilience, and I'm Ivy. Yeah, and before we start, I will do an intro for us lah. So for me, I'm Ivy. I'm a social work associate with Resilience. Yeah, and fun fact about me is I have a very cute and fluffy cat. Just that, I don't have a picture of him now, but I have a very cute cat which I will always play with every day. Yes, so maybe.
Hello? Yeah, y'all can hear me, right? Hello, okay, so my name is Abigail, and I'm studying in NUS now, and I'm a volunteer with Shine Resilience. And one fun fact about me is that recently I've grown this house plant, but it has grown to like 1 meter, so it's kind of scary. Yes. Mabel can.
Thank you. Hi everyone. So my name is Mabel. I'm 20 this year and I'm also a volunteer with Resilience. A fun fact about me is that I'm more of like an early bird than a night owl. Any early birds here? Or you all stay up super late? Yeah, so I'm always like the one to like fall asleep first in sleepovers. So yes, that's about me.
Okay, that's cool. So, it's my first time hearing also. Okay, so with that, want to also. Oh, thank you. Okay, so before I start, oh no. Okay, is there a way to? Okay, yeah. Maybe next slide. Okay. Yes. So before we start, we want to have this thing called the group agreement, so that today we will have a fun and like fruitful time together lah. So first is we go by this thing called YMH. So first is your voice matters. Yeah. So I mean today we have quite a lot of people, and I cannot get to hear like each and every one of you. Yeah. But your voice still matters, and that's why later when we have like Mentimeter or later we have certain discussion, feel free to participate and get involved. Yes, then second is make it safe. So yeah, so today when we talk about mental health, maybe some of us, we might share certain personal information about our mental states or etc. Then we want to keep it safe by not, by respecting one another with our words and not like not go around and tell people about it, and also is to keep it confidential lah. Yep. Then lastly is have a good time learning. So today, I believe that each and every one of you have a piece of paper that that your pastor has gave you. So feel free to write down any notes that you find interesting or like fun fact that will be beneficial for you. And also, if like let's say later there's any like hotlines and all, you can take a screenshot of it. Yes. So. Okay, so content warning. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about mental illness. We're going to talk about symptoms of distress. So if, or even abuse and family violence. So if any of you realize that you are experiencing any distress, like, cannot breathe or like you need some time out, you can always choose to disengage. Maybe go to the toilet or like let your leaders know or let your, like, your pastor know lah. Yes. Then, or if let's say if you're distressed still, or the level of distress escalates, these are the numbers that can call to give them, talk to them, and also like so that they can help you to like help you to calm down. Yes. Yes. So for today, we're going to go through these two main topics. First is 4 mental states, and then 3 avenues of help. And yes, so before I pass the time to Abigail for a time of games, I want to have this short check-in with all of you, okay? So this game, this short check-in is like called sit down, stand up. Yeah, so if I say sit down, like I will say a sentence, and then if you agree, you can either sit down or stand up. I will say that. So for example, stand up if you love McDonald's. Yeah, then I'll get all of you to stand up. Okay, that's an example. Okay, let's start. Okay, stand up if you're having your holidays. No one having holiday? Cannot be, right? Now holiday, huh? Okay, anyone? Don't be shy. I feel you just stand up if you're having holiday. Wait, cannot be today. Nobody having holidays. Okay. Thank you for standing up. Okay, I see someone there a bit shy. Don't stand up. Don't worry. Okay. You can remain standing first. Okay. Then next is stand up if you have watched Shang-Chi. Okay. I see now more people standing up. Okay, that's quite a lot. Okay, remain standing. Okay, sit down if you're feeling tired today. So those that are not tired can stand up, okay? Yeah. Sit down if you're feeling tired today. Okay, I see a few. Not bad. Okay. Lastly. Wait. Okay, sit down if you are ready for games. Pastor is not ready for. You're not ready for games? Okay, you want to have a few rounds or sit down, stand up again? Okay, but thanks for being honest here, but we'll still proceed with the games, okay? So I hope that all of you can. No. Pastor, sit down if you're ready for games. Are you ready for games? Okay. So I'll pass the time to Abigail lah.
Okay, so this game that we'll be playing is called Telepathy. Oops. Okay, so how to play is quite simple. So later we will be flashing either a word or a phrase on the screen, and on the count of 3, everyone will have to do an action or a pose. Okay, but the goal is that you all see that you are seated in clusters, right? Like this one cluster, over there one cluster. Okay, so I will just call this cluster cluster A, and over there cluster B. Okay, so the goal is to have the most number of people in the same cluster doing the same action or pose. So it will be a cluster versus cluster game. Everyone okay so far? Yeah, okay. Okay, so can I get everybody to stand up first? All right. Okay, so y'all can see the word flash here, right? It's taking selfie. So I will count down 3, 2, 1, and everybody will be doing the same action. Everybody will be doing an action of what you think taking selfie looks like.
Have to look in front. Cannot cheat, Cannot cheat,
Yeah, cannot cheat, Must look in front, Okay. And then after that, my 2 other facils, Mabel and Ivy, will also help me to see which cluster did better, okay? Okay. On a count of 3, 2, and 1. Whoa.
Okay, seems like
Wow.
Okay, I see some twists here, twists there.
Yeah.
Okay, actually generally not bad. Everyone do the same pose.
Yes. Wow, I see someone over there.
Really take out phone.
Yeah, really take out the phone to do.
Okay,
very realistic.
We won't be mean lah. Like, this one left hand, right hand, cannot.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody did very well for the trial run, okay? So now we'll move on to the real thing. Okay. Okay, overslept.
How will you look like if you overslept?
Okay.
Okay.
On the count of
3,
3, 2, and 1. Wow, I see so many people lie down. Wow, I see someone over there very realistic.
Wait,
really
oversleep, y'all will continue sleeping and not wake up. I thought y'all would be like rushing to go brush teeth or what, no?
No? Everybody will just...
Okay, I heard because now holiday. Okay, makes sense. Okay.
So, holiday, there's no wake up time. Every day is sleep.
Okay, everyone is asleep actually. How?
Yeah, okay, so this one is a tie.
Okay. It's okay.
Okay. Okay, so 0.5, 0.5. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, this one is a bit more action. Okay, everybody stand up first, get ready.
Y'all can do an action, okay? Y'all want to run also can.
Yeah. Chasing after a bus. 3, 2, and 1. Faster. You chasing after the bus.
How do you chase after bus?
Wow. But Pastor very extreme and he will knock the door of the bus.
How many of you will also knock the door of the bus?
Okay. Wait, what's the action again? Can show your action again? You're just standing up.
How do you chase bus?
I heard someone say next bus. They don't care already. Okay. It seems like here got more people. They will like flag up for the bus. Okay. So maybe we'll give it to cluster A. Yeah.
Yes, cluster A.
Okay.
It's okay, cluster B. You still have quite a few more.
They wait for next bus.
They wait for next bus. Okay, this one. Studying.
Okay, y'all can choose to sit or stand.
Yes. Okay. Please don't just sit down. Try to do some action, okay, everybody? Okay. Studying. 3, 2, and 1.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I see some people not studying at all.
Wow. I see everybody suddenly become very quiet.
Okay, I see people got computer, got book, got reading. Okay.
Yes. Very good.
Okay. Okay. Seems like here like there's more people here like just read book, but there got like different people like writing, typing, and all.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we'll give it to Cluster B.
Cluster
Okay.
B.
Good job.
Yay. Okay. The next one. Okay, this one is arguing with someone.
You can find a partner beside you. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all can pair up and try and do it together.
How does it look like if you argue with someone? Yeah.
Yes. Okay, ready? On the count of 3, 2, and 1. I see
This one's so
That
aggressive.
one pointing finger. Okay. What about here? What about here? This one look more like, they like talking, like telling secrets,
Yeah.
right?
Maybe the people here, they are all very shy. They're not arguing with anybody.
It's like getting a bit physical.
Whoa, calm down. Okay.
Yes.
What, that one look like they're having a debate. Okay. Seems like here there are more people here who are engaged with an argument. Okay, so we'll give it to Cluster B.
Mr. B. Okay. Okay, this one is the last one. Is having a fever. Okay? Oh,
How does having a fever?
How does having a fever look like? Okay,
Wow,
ready?
getting ready,
Start
getting ready.
Ready? 3, 2, and 1. Was someone laughing when you have a fever? Oh, I see someone is on the floor already.
The fever too high already.
Yeah,
then start laughing.
We need to
already.
call ambulance.
This one.
Okay.
This one got sun. Must block.
Yeah. Actually, I think Cluster A also did quite well. For this one.
I commend them for like going all the way
Yeah.
until
Yeah,
laying on the
standing
floor.
on
Okay.
the chair. Yes. Okay, so well done, everybody. Yes, I think everybody really did a very good job, and thank you for being engaged. And actually, all those words that we have acted out just now, they are all the different. It's really to get us to think about the different stresses that we might face in our day-to-day living. Okay, so now I'll pass on the time to my facilities.
Okay. I think.
Okay, thank you, Abigail. Okay, so now that we're all warmed up, right? So now we're going to go into our topic for today, which is mental health. So first, we're going to watch this video on the 4 states of mental health. So everyone can fix their eyes on the screen.
I think we need help from the MM at the back for this. Yes.
Today, we will be learning more about mental health. First of all, what is mental health even? According to the World Health Organization, mental health is a state of well-being in which every individual realizes his or her own potential, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. From this definition, we can gather that mental health is important to adapting to the many different challenges that life gives us to lead satisfactory lives through it all. Furthermore, the state of our mental health can also affect other dimensions of our well-being, be it physical, emotional, or social. And as such, it is good to consciously take care of our mental health. Now, let's dive deeper into the 4 mental states that may contribute to mental health. Firstly, we have the state of no distress, problem, or disorder. This is when we don't experience any stress, and we commonly experience it when doing things we like. For some of you, you could experience it while hanging out with friends, binge watching your favorite Korean dramas or anime series, or engaging in any activity that brings you happiness and helps you feel calm. What are some activities that promotes this state for you? Next up, mental distress. This is when we experience the common, expected, and normal stressors of daily life. For instance, if you were suddenly told that you had a big presentation tomorrow, you would feel stressed to do a good job. The stress is caused by signals from our brain that is telling us to figure out what to do in order to present well. So maybe you might decide to consult Dr. Google or review your notes to better prepare yourself. Mental distress is not exactly a bad thing. In fact, it can actually help us react appropriately to the unexpected things in life while building resilience. When we adapt and cope well with the distress, it will reduce the impact of future life challenges as we become more prepared. Can you think of the last time you experienced mental distress? The third mental state is known as mental health problems. Mental health problems arise when you have troubles adapting to the situation because the stressor is too significant. For instance, if you suddenly lose a loved one, you may enter a prolonged state of grief, which may prevent you from doing things you are typically able to do. Whenever any of us experiences a mental health problem, we may need extra professional help, such as counseling, in addition to family and friend support. And this is normal. All of us will experience mental health problems at certain times during our lives because these life events are unavoidable and inevitable. Now, once again, let's pause and think about it. Have you or anyone you know experienced any of this before? The last mental state we will cover today is mental disorder or illness. Mental illness can only be diagnosed by trained psychiatrists or psychologists based on internationally agreed upon criteria, such as the DSM-5. What are some mental illnesses that you have heard of? If any of these examples crossed your mind, you are absolutely right. In this mental state, the individual would require the best available evidence-based treatments or professional interventions from properly trained healthcare providers such as therapists, psychiatrists, or psychologists. Treatment, coupled with the support of loved ones and the community, can improve the symptoms of a mental illness and better the ability of the person to thrive. It may also prevent the illness from recurring or limit the negative impact of the illness on the person's life. It is important to know that we can experience some or all of these mental health states within any one time period. These states are all part of our life, which together constitutes our mental health. However, do remember that mental illnesses can only be diagnosed by the appropriate professionals. Also, mental health states are not sequential. We do not progress from mental distress to developing a mental illness. Instead, the focus is that regardless of which states we happen to be experiencing, there are ways to manage what we are going through so that we can continue to function effectively, to be productive, have meaningful relationships, and overcome adversity. By having a better understanding of mental health, we will know when we would need support and what kind of support would be best for us, such as spending time with friends or reaching out to your teachers and counselors, or, if necessary, seeking professional support.
Okay, give us some time as we toggle the slides. There's one that is the pyramid one. Yes, next. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I hope that the video show you guys some insight into the 4 mental health states. So as you can see on the pyramid on the screen, so you can go from the bottom of the pyramid where you're just, your day-to-day life, where you're feeling calm, joyful, and content, to the top of the pyramid where you might be experiencing a diagnosed mental health disorder. Okay, so maybe wondering, what's the point of, identifying what mental state you're in? So it's really because, how you feel and how you're feeling really affects every aspect of your life, whether you're in school, whether you're with your friends, whether you're with your family, or even, alone at home. And it's also important to realize that, on the screen, it's it looks like the mental states seem quite distinct, but then we can actually be in multiple mental states at once. So, for example, you could be experiencing a sense of loss or grief because someone close to you might have just passed on. And you could also, at the same time, you could also be facing stress from exams or school. So it's not like you only can be in one mental state at any point in time. And also, most of us, every single day we'll be in different mental health states at different points of the day. Some days you wake up feeling so energized and awake, but some days you just feel it's harder to get out of bed and to go to school. So it's important to also check in with ourselves, how are we feeling right now, so we can take the appropriate steps to really be the best version of ourselves every day. Okay, so now can I get everyone to take out their phones? And you can scan this QR code to go to Mentimeter. And our first question that we'll be asking is, so like what kind of stresses have you guys been experiencing currently or recently? If you can't scan, you can also go to menti.com and use the code 22318296.
Yeah, so yeah, you can take some time to think about, what are some stresses you're experiencing. Okay, and the first one I see is a very big COVID.
A-levels, exams.
Submissions, I can relate to that.
Tim asked me to do Bible study.
Who is Tim?
Where's Tim?
I see a lot of like school-related stuff.
Do I see cash? Is it you have money then you stress, or you got no money then you stress? You got money you can always give to your friends.
Yes, thank you everyone for sharing.
Hey, why is Lydia popping up? Sorry, is this some inside joke that we don't know?
Yeah.
Okay, let's be respectful, okay, and not call anyone out. But to answer that question, okay, I see someone put nothing, which is that's good. Yeah, maybe now because you got no exams, you're having holidays, and nothing is stressing you out now. Okay, what else? Okay, I need to go in front. Too small.
I see a very small, is that BTO?
Oh, who's getting married?
Wow.
Who's getting married? Okay. Meaning of life? Oh, okay.
Cooking for my family. Interesting.
Okay. Actually, I saw someone putting death there. So I don't know, what kind of stress are you experiencing? Is it like you're thinking about like the meaning of death, or like you actually thought of like, maybe you want to take your life? So want to take this time to acknowledge that emotion or that feeling that you're experiencing. Yeah. But at the same time, we hope that if today you have any, if you have any such thoughts, please do reach out to someone like your friend or even your leaders, your pastor, and get someone to walk through with you, lah. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we can see from this word cloud, there are some more common ones like exams or COVID. And some people are also struggling with like anxiety and feeling different emotions. So really like the point of this word cloud is for everyone to see that you're not alone in your different battles. You see we can all be struggling with different things, but so it really goes to show how we have to like support each other, and there always be people who are willing to like listen and to help. Like, it sounds very cliche, right? Like, oh, you're not alone, but there are always people who care for you, and it's like very hard to even to talk about it or to speak about it, but always be people who are ready to listen.
Yes, and that's why we're here also, to talk about stress in general and like whatever stress you're experiencing, right? Like how do we cope with them, and what, or more than how, but it's also where can we, seek help, like where can we go and seek help, lah? Yep. Okay, do you go back?
Thank you. Okay, Ken. Okay, so just now we got you guys to write down to submit what kind of things are stressing you out currently. So now you can take maybe 1 minute to share with the person next to you what are some ways you cope with your stress, and then later you can share with the group.
Anyone, if you want, you can also shout out. Yeah.
Yeah, or you can
but
just shout out your answer.
discuss first with your partner. How do you cope with stress? Yeah. I cope with stress by playing with my cat, my cute cat. Oh, okay. Okay. A lot going on. Very good.
Okay. Any tips to cope with stress that you want to share with the group?
How do you cope with stress, Abigail?
How do I cope with stress? Just
Yeah,
now
yeah.
I got to say I have this 1 meter long plant, right?
Ah.
Sometimes like when I feel very angry because I need to submit things but I cannot do fast enough, right? I will just talk to my plant.
Okay. Wait, I'm very curious. Your plant is like that, long, 1 meter or like that, 1 meter?
So it's like a potted plant is about this size. But then there's this, is it branch or like stem, right?
Uh-huh.
That's grown like about 1 meter, you know. Yeah.
Do you talk to the end?
Yeah, it's like ooh. So I talked to the whole thing. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting.
Okay, so time's up. Okay, everyone can turn back to the screen now. Okay, so anybody found your partner's way of coping with stress very interesting, very funny? I want to share with us. Any tips?
I just got to know Abigail's
yes,
way
you
of
want to
coping
share?
with stress. Okay, so she just now she said she got one plant that like grows like 1 meter long, right? She said when she's stressed, she'll talk to the plant. I mean, that's normal, right? But then I think my curiosity to her is like, which part of the plant do you talk to? Do you talk to the start or like the end of the plant? But she says she talked to like the whole thing. So I guess I can imagine her going at home and like, you know, today I got submission. How? Okay, sorry. I'm just amused. Okay. Who else? You can raise your hand if you find that your partner's way of coping is interesting. Anyone? Don't be shy. You're baotoing your friend, not you. Oh, I see. You want to shout out your answer? Oh, okay, you can say. I can hear you from here. You say for your friend, yeah. Don't be shy. Actually, you don't need to shout out. You say normally, we can hear already. And anybody?
Here, got anybody? Any tips to share?
That you find your partner's one very interesting? No?
Or
Maybe you,
anyone
like,
else talks
Squeeze a
to
stress
plant
ball.
also?
Anyone talk to plant also?
Or talk to your pets.
Oh, you talk to plant also? Play what?
Among Us.
Oh, Among Us. Okay.
Oh, the game that was very
Okay,
popular
okay.
in 2020. Is it?
Okay,
The
Among Us.
COVID
okay.
game.
Well, won't you feel more stressed if you are the imposter? True. Sorry, who said something?
That's where you
okay.
de-stress.
Okay. Any more? Okay, so Among Us, talking to plants. Anyone? Maybe over here. Anyone can share? Just say out. Yeah. Any? Run. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Healthy. It's good because when you run, right, there's like chemicals that will like your body will release chemicals that help you feel better. I feel happy in general lah. Yeah. Where? Sorry, I'm curious. Where do you run at backwards? Cannot be on the road, right? Okay.
Wow, very amazed leh. I wanted to ask whether he can demonstrate, but okay, maybe later.
Can you demonstrate later, like back and forth, like within your cluster?
Yeah.
Okay, I can imagine also, like, do you run backwards in the gym also, like the treadmill? I think that's a
Here's
skill.
turn around.
Okay. Anyone? Interesting one? Or everyone not very interesting? Okay, or like anyone watch like Korean drama or like variety shows to de-stress? Anyone? No? Okay, I see one. Okay, what's the recent drama that you watch? Sorry, because I like watch Korean drama also. Oh, Squid Game. Okay, Squid Game. I believe a lot of us watch Squid Game. Anyone? Okay. What's next? Can pick. Yes. Okay. So, I think you got this first. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so just now we talked about the like 4 mental health states and like some ways to cope with stress. So now we're passing the time to Abigail, who will be sharing with us what are the 3 avenues of help seeking.
Okay, so you can see on the screen, there is number 1, informal support. Number 2, websites, digital apps. And the last one will be helplines and agencies. Mabel, can next slide? Okay, so first one that we're going to talk more about is actually informal support. Oops, okay. So, so informal support actually refers to the people around us. So it can be your friends, can be your family, basically people whom you know and you can seek support from them. Okay, so I hope your phone still has the Mentimeter. If not, you can scan the QR code and go back onto Mentimeter. And let us know who are some of the people that you reach out to when you are under distress. Okay,
Yeah,
I give you all some time.
So maybe while you're port over to Mentimeter, I want to also share like how come we are talking about like the 3 avenues of help seeking lah. So like we know the different like just now whatever you share is like the common ways that we de-stress, you know. So things like watch drama lah, run, talk to plants and exercise. So these are the times where most of it is like you do it yourself, yeah. But there are also times where we might need help, and that's why we want to share with all of you the 3 different ways of like 3 avenues of help seeking lah. Yep. So maybe can we get the MM to help us switch over to Mentimeter? Thank you. The next one, the next slide of the Mentimeter. Yes. So you can, okay, over here you can choose to put the person's name or you want to generalize or, yeah. Okay, I see church friends, Jesus, my phone. Hey, people, not thing. Seems like Nigel's very popular. Everyone's talking to Nigel.
Oh, I see someone write plant, but it's people, not plant.
I see Gordon Ramsay.
Who talks
to Gordon?
To get scolded, is it? What is DGL? Oh, okay, it's one good user. Okay. Friend 2. You call your friend 1, friend 2. Friend 1, friend 2. Okay, sorry.
I see that a lot of people actually write friends because it's the biggest word, right? And then I also see family. But I also see myself. Yeah, and I think like sometimes it is very true that when we are facing certain distress, right? We might find it difficult to talk to people. So I just want to acknowledge that. Okay.
I see YouTube.
Beijing Embassy. Who is that? You're very creative, huh? You have a lot of different kinds of answers for us.
I see Lydia popping up again. Patrick, I believe it's Pastor Patrick, right? There's only one Pastor Patrick. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Seems that I see a lot of friends' name coming up. And then got other funny answers. Okay.
Okay. Maybe we can go back to the next slide.
No. Sorry, don't need to go back.
We can stay at Mentimeter.
Sorry. It's easier, yeah. We go next question?
Yeah.
Oh no. Yes. Next one. One more. Yes.
Okay. So actually other than informal support, which is like the people around us, like what you guys mentioned just now, with the advancement of technology, I'm sure you all know that there are some apps or even accounts on Instagram or other forms of social media where you can get mental health related information. So please let us know, share with us, what are some of these websites or accounts that you follow that have been helpful.
Oh yeah, I just realized we forgot to talk about the informal support. Okay, so for the informal support, right? Sorry. As you all key in the apps, right? Yeah, I want to say that why do we ask all of you this question? Even though it's quite a dull thing, it's like, oh yeah, when I stress, I'll talk to this person, but the reason why we got all of you to write down is also because we want you all to know who are the people. Like let's say if you are in distress, right? Then there will be like then your brain will be okay, this 3 person, let me talk to this 3 person, or like so you can choose to talk about anything that you find that is stressing you out. Yeah, and like example, exams or like whatever they are going through now, maybe in terms of your faith, you feel like you're not here, not there kind of thing, then you can speak to the informal support that you have listed out. Yeah, but at the same time, I understand that there are also times where maybe you are not comfortable to share with the people that you have listed because maybe these are sensitive things, sensitive topics, or it may be like you don't want to talk to your parents because your parents are the contributing factor to your stress, maybe. Then that's why we are sharing also apps and also professional help later on. Okay, let me see. Instagram, WhatsApp, Donald Trump. Guys, I see a lot. I see a lot of nonsense here, like SG chicken rice and all. Let's focus on what kind of apps that can really help you lah. Okay, not just maybe looking at all this, like maybe SG chicken rice, or like if you were to go Donald Trump account, then you feel entertained. But over here we're asking about questions that are mental health related, apps that are accounts that are mental health related.
Yeah, maybe I can just share also to give you an example. So there's this app, right? I think it's called Headspace. Yeah, so it actually has some guided meditation kind of thing. So I first got to know about it when my friend recommended it to me because I was having difficulty sleeping.
Yeah, someone put Headspace.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically it's very relaxing one. Just listen to it, and then it allows you to relax yourself and to really forget about all the assignments and submissions that you have, so that you can have a good night's sleep.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see a lot of Reddit. Can you entertain me and put in another entry, right? Like what accounts or like what topics on Reddit that you read about? Yeah. Like that is related to mental health, say first. Yeah. I see TikTok also. Okay.
SG fold.
I cannot see this one. Of us would want to label ourselves even privately as mentally unhealthy. Okay, wait. I wonder if the MM can help us scroll the last. Oh, okay. Many of us don't. Okay, understand. Maybe some of us we still feel that maybe if we were to follow, that means that we need support, and we realize that actually I don't need support, but I don't want to follow all this, and then later people identify me as I need help. Yeah. But actually, I would also want to share that actually, as following them, right, actually can give you a lot of extra information. So I follow this account called the Real Depression Project. Yeah, so it talks a lot about there's a lot of sound bites about mental health. So it also talks about what do you do if you are interacting with someone with anxiety, or what things to say, what things not to say when you're interacting with people with depression. Yeah, so I guess that also helped me a lot in terms of to educate myself. Yeah, when I interact with someone with depression, then I shouldn't do this, I should say this instead, etc. Yeah.
Yeah, also just to add, some of you may feel following such accounts may mean you might think you have a mental health problem. But then when I follow other accounts, then I also see that many of my friends also follow the account. So I'm like, wow. So our friends also they are they want to know more about mental health information, and so you're really not alone in whatever issues I'll be facing.
Okay, with that, can we move back to the slide? Sorry. Yeah, I would like to share some resources to all of us. Okay. Thank you so much, MM, for helping us this. Can be next. Some more, a bit more. Yes, okay, over here. So, so this time, if you want to take out your cameras to take a picture of the websites, you can. Yeah, so these are the two websites that you can help, that you can go and have do a self check-in about how are you feeling right now, and example, if you need help with some emotions regulation, then you can head over to these two websites lah. Yep. So there are also other resources that you can find inside, other than just seeking help. So, yep, these two. Then, where's the clicker? Okay, then also want to share with you this app. So other than Headspace that Abigail shared, right? There's this like app called Milo. Yeah, and there are a lot of features in this app that can help you in terms of like that can guide you in terms of like mental health related topics. So the features here, there's a smart chatbot, so it can guide you in terms of what you might need on that day. And there's like a daily check-in of the app, so that there's notification, there's codes, and there's also like a journal, like what's that called? Like gratitude journaling. Yeah. So and they are able to. There's this thing called a mood tracker. So for example, if you open your journal, right, then you just like rant like a lot, right? Then you'll come out a sad face. Yeah. So technically that can help you track in terms of like in a week, right, how was your mood, and maybe that is also an indication whether you should speak to someone or not lah. Yep. Then there's also recording goals. You can do like exercising kind of goal, like a physical, can be social, can also be in terms of like even studying. I can set goals inside with, and there's a scheduler also. So like then there's also this thing called the tracks lah. So for example, other than the meditation, if let's say you're feeling you're having some panic attack, yeah, then after that you need someone to like you need to maybe listen to your music or what, right? Then they also have this track where someone will like be speaking to you to calm yourself down. Yeah, so that's the features of this app lah. So if let's say if you find that this app will be helpful for you, you can indicate express your interest in the feedback form towards the end. Yeah. So next slide is our Instagram. Okay, shameless plug. So you can follow us on Instagram at Ministry of Mental. So over here we also provide some wide information of like mental health, and there's also event updates. So let's say if we have any like activities going on, then and more importantly, you can also seek help to us via the DM. Yeah. So yes, then this one is quite interesting. So like for who over here uses TikTok? Anyone? Me? Am I the only one? No? Who is okay? I see a few hands. No need shy one. Yeah. Okay, TikTok. So right. I came across this TikTok that like these two accounts that does a lot of breathing exercise with you. Yeah. So the names of the account is breathenow.app or breathwork. Yeah. You can you can search, or you can just search breathing techniques or anxiety breathing like related lah. Then they have a lot of like for anxiety or like depression, etc. Then you can follow. So what you can do is you can save the video and then put in your like album. And let's say if you are in distress, you can just play it. Yep. Then the second one is this thing called GIFs lah. So something I realized also is that if you are talking to someone who is in distress, what you can do, right? You can actually search your GIF breathing techniques, and then they will have a lot of like this kind of breathing techniques GIF that you can send to your friend. Yeah. So I actually sent that to one of my friends who is like experiencing some stress from like work. Yeah. So I tell her, okay, why not you follow this? Yeah. Then after that she told me like, okay, thanks for sending it because it was helpful. Yeah. So that's what you can do. Yes. Okay, then we can head back over to Mentimeter. Thank you. Last one.
Okay. Yep. So once again, please key in what are some of the professional help channels that you know of. Key therapy.
Samaritans of SG. School counselor.
I see someone wrote suicide hotline also.
Tinker Friend. I thought Tinker Friend is... Who's what is Elgin? Is it a person? Who? Oh, so you are professional help. Do you provide Okay.
Yeah.
Professional psychiatrist. School counselor. Okay, seems like everyone have some idea. Yeah. Dr. Mike, very familiar. Is it on TikTok? No, right? I see some TikTok accounts that talk about mental health also. I see pastor name. Yeah, professional help. Okay. Yeah, just to re-emphasize, professional help is people who are trained professionally. Yeah. So example, Elgin, not that you're not professional. Yeah, but maybe you have been through a professional, like you're trained. Yes. So in terms of professional help, it's really people who are trained, who are able to walk through with you in terms of whatever topics that you want to talk about, or like maybe like psychologists that they are trained professionals to give you a diagnosis. So it's not like let's say I Google symptoms of depression, then like, wow, I check 5 of them, then I can diagnose myself with mental health, like let's say depression. No, we cannot because we're not trained professionally. Yeah. I see a police, which is actually quite true, even though sounds like it's not related to mental health. So sometimes I will tell tell some of my youth that if let's say you are in a moment of distress, and you don't know what to do, you feel like you cannot go anywhere, but you feel that you'll harm yourself, right? What you can actually do is to call the police and tell the police like, I don't feel safe now, I need help. Yeah, can you come and find me? And that is actually it's their duty to do so lah. I mean, don't prank call them and say like yeah, okay, but then you call them. That's against the law. But if you are really in distress and you feel like you cannot move anymore, actually you can call the police and tell them like, I really need help. Yeah. So just want to highlight the police. Okay. Have you got anything to add? Okay. Okay, then, yes, so can we go back? That's the last one already. Yep. Go back to the slide. Slide 32. Yes, so helplines. I think just now I shared like 2 already, but these are the helplines that you can take out your phone and take photo of this. Yeah, so first one is hotlines. Yeah, so the first one is National Care Hotline. This is not 24 hours, but for number 2 and number 3, Samaritans in Singapore and IMH, right, they are 24 hours. So you can, like let's say in the middle of the night, the 3 person that you think of, like your friends, right, the informal support, they are sleeping already, they're not able to reply you, or like the app also don't really help you a lot, then you can call these numbers at maybe 3 a.m. You can call the SOS or IMH. Then you can speak to them like, oh, I need someone to talk to. I feel very I'm in distress right now. Yeah. So that's for hotlines. Then there's also text-based. So you can, like, if let's say you don't want to talk to someone over the phone, because I know that's a real struggle, right? To talk to someone over the phone, you can always text them. Yeah. And there's like different avenues. So there's the EC2, SOS, Touchline, and WhatsApp. Yeah, the hard for you. Yes. Okay. So then also another shameless plug. Okay, not shameless plug, but I want to share that we Shine we are also a professional support that you can reach out to. So we are also located at Clementi, like less than 5 minutes drive away. Yes, so you can reach out to us lah. And if let's say if you want to reach out to us for support and all, you can indicate it at the end at the feedback form. Yeah. If not, you can always get to know us like in the what's that called? The website. Yes. And also either email to us or DM us on our Instagram. Yes. Then next slide, please. Yes. Thank you. So I want to share more about like these 2 services that we have. So first one is called mental health screening. So for example, if you would want to talk to if let's say you have already experiencing some of like some distress of like mental health distress, let's say you feel really down, like there are days that you really cannot get out of bed, though you need to go school and you don't feel like going to school, and it's not like you fake one, but it's really like you find it so hard even to eat or like to go to the toilet. Yeah, then you really need someone to talk to. Then we are avenue that you can talk to. Like for screening, it's like a 60 to 90 minute kind of like talk to get to know like how you're doing, what stress you're experiencing, and then towards the end, it's like we will give you some recommendation in terms of like what should you do next. Yep. Then also, let's say if you do need additional support, so other than the leaders and mentors in church, right, you will want someone like a mentor for mental health related topics. yeah, then you can always reach out to us also for basic emotional support. So things like maybe you need like to go for you want to go for support groups, or you want to explore like the different activities that can help you to cope with your stress, or like any topics that you want to talk about, then that can be done either in groups or like one-to-one. Yeah. Okay, so with that, I want to conclude that like okay, before this meme, I want to conclude that help seeking, right, is not a sign of weakness. Yeah, seeking help, reaching out for help is not a sign of weakness, but actually when you recognize that you do need help, it's actually a sign of courage and strength, and also responsibility that you are taking over of yourself, and that like you know that you cannot do this alone. Then you need to that's where when we reach out, right, that's a sign of strength and courage lah. Because actually it's so tough, but you still choose to reach out and tell someone that I'm not doing well. Yeah. So, and also I think many what I always hear from youth, right, is that they don't dare to reach out for help because they feel that they don't have a sense of control of like what's about to happen. They don't know what's ahead, and they feel like they don't have this control. But want to highlight to all of you that you do still have control, a sense of control in terms of like who you want to reach out to, what you want to share, what you want to disclose, what you do not want to disclose, and also, so in short, it's really you do still have a level of control. Yep. And yeah, so back to this meme, I want to say like, you know, like how sometimes when we fall, like let's say when we're running for bus, then we accidentally trip. Yeah, so there are times where we can just get out on our own and just continue, maybe run up to the bus or like wait for next bus. Yeah, but there are also times where when we fall, we need additional support for people to like pull us up or like, you know, help us up kind of thing. So similarly with mental health, with our distress. So sometimes we will feel like we are not able to, like there are times where we feel stressed, but we are still able to move on with our daily life. But there are also times where maybe we don't feel, we feel so down and so maybe depressed, like you experience depressive symptoms, right, that you're not able to get up. Yeah, and that's where we also want to reach out for help now. And like, can you like help me? So this, I mean, I put this meme here because I feel that I relate a lot. It's like I tell people like, yeah, it's okay, I can do it on my own. But actually, it's like, hey, help me, help. Yeah. So yeah. So with that, I really want to conclude this session with that, and also want to share a video. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Do I?
Just introduce yourself.
Okay, wait. I just repeat.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Sorry. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I keep shaking.
It's okay.
Hi. My name is Nigel. I'm 21, turning 22 this year, and I suffered from depression and anxiety. And this is my story. My story began when I was 9 years old. I was a pretty effeminate kid, and so I became a very easy victim to bullying. I would say the bullying started in primary 1, being labelled as sissy or gay, terms that are unfortunately in the minds of kids associated with a negative connotation. It started off with verbal bullying, progressed to physical, and then cyber. I did what we were taught, telling my parents about what was going on, but all I had as a reply was that this was just a phase and that the kids will stop. They didn't. So at that same time, I found out that my mom suffered from a mental illness called schizophrenia, and I think everything just went downhill from there. I remember my dad blaming me for multiple occasions when my mom broke down, saying that I was giving her too much unnecessary stress. So I started to blame myself and keep things to myself. So when I started secondary school, I wanted to start fresh and make new friends. And with the past experience I had in primary school, I decided I should put on a facade every day and like pretend to be this whole other person so that I could be accepted. The fear of judgment and the paranoia of someone constantly looking at me in crowded places started to grow as well. I would say in the beginning stages, I would often mistake it as a feeling of sadness, but I didn't expect myself to fall into a pit hole of depression and anxiety. My insomnia wasn't backing down, and I would lock myself in my room every day after school and start crying to myself. The anxiety also made me feel a need to be validated by the people around me, and I would hate myself for that. Experiencing something like that at such a young age was pretty tough for me. I started to indulge myself in a lot of self-pity and shame. It felt like I was alone, no one would understand me, and I was on the verge of giving up in finding acceptance. Luckily for me, I didn't give in to the temptations of my toxic mind, so I didn't take my own life. I would say that one of the biggest reasons was when I saw these scars on the wrist of my ex-classmates. I felt this heart-wrenching emotion that made me angry and sad. To me, she didn't deserve or need to do such things to herself. It was then I realized that no matter how toxic my thoughts are, if I did what my classmate did, the people who cared about me would feel the same. I guess it's through God's mercy that I managed to survive past those years. I did not really seek any professional help. The most I had was my school counselor, but it wasn't really my cup of tea. Things only got better when I entered JC and started to expose myself to videos that would educate me about this condition. I was happy to find a group of friends that were willing to accept me for who I am. They overlooked the scars in me and saw me as this person who really needed a listening ear. I still keep them in contact. They're great, and I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for them. I wouldn't say I'm 100% free from depression and anxiety. I still have occasional breakdowns, but they're getting a lot better. I'm getting my sleep as well, and I'm also off my pills. Honestly, I don't think it will ever get easier to recall the bad times. I think opening up healed wounds will never be easy. It's almost as if you're trying to go back to a moment you want to forget forever. So there's this quote that really speaks to me at this very point of time. It's by Liza Koshy. She said that you can have these conversations in your head telling you that you are not enough, but at the end of the day, you need to see that you are and more. I think if I were to know that quote when I was younger, it would have been a lot easier to deal with all these negative thoughts in my head, because at that point of time, it felt like I was running life together with these thoughts, and these thoughts were the ones that were deciding how I should make my decisions and how I should feel that day and how I should treat other people. If I knew that I could have these conversations and like these conversations are just purely false in nature, it would have made me look at life in a lot more positive outlook. I guess this is why I really wanted to share my story, because I feel like even though your parents or like people in your home may not like be as supportive as you hope they would be, it doesn't mean that they don't care or like they don't love you and stuff like that. They just simply didn't know how to approach that matter. I think it's because it's too unspoken of an issue, and so they didn't really know what it's like to face someone with such a problem. For those who are experiencing something similar, I would say that things will get better. No matter how cliche that sentence is, it's true. Persevere and surround yourself with people who are willing to accept you. Don't be afraid to share your story. Every time you do, a wound in you heals. And remember, you're not alone in this. For those of you who don't understand, everyone has the story. How one gets depressed is different from another. And one's threshold to fall into depression is also different from another. So don't trivialize the illness. It's not a phase unless you help them recover. If you care for them, help them, hear them out, and stay by them. This is not just their fight. This is ours.
Yeah, okay, so we hope that you enjoyed the video and learned something from it. I think what we wanted to say through this video is that there's really no shame in seeking help, and that sometimes it takes time to also figure out what suits you and what suits your need lah. So like as shared in the video, sometimes you reach out to friends or you reach out to family, or sometimes even online resources and counselors, right? It really takes time to find what suits you best, so don't stop trying. Yes.
So we'll pass the time over to Pastor Patrick for a time of Q&A also. Yeah. So what you can do is to scan the QR code if you have any questions, to post there. Now, if you have any question, you ask us.
So you can take the next 1 minute to write your questions while you write your questions. I would like to share, I wanted to say thanks for Ivy and her team to come and share. Thank you so much. Actually, it was really by God's so-called timing, but I was in touch with the organization, and then this whole thing about the saga, the school, I don't want to mention names here, but it just happened, and then I felt that it would be good that we can once again explore this topic of mental health and wellness. Okay, yeah. So please send your questions, and I wanted to then also say this, right? We are friends. Don't forget that again we are a youth community of faith, and so if any of you are struggling, okay, with mental health, don't forget that we are not alone, right? We are this community for us to support. All right, we are not here to judge each other. We are here to help and support one another. So please, if you're struggling with this, first of all, you approach your DGL so that we can try to see in what way we can best support you. And Shine Resilience is one way that we can also, because we are more professionally trained, and so we can also get their help in this as well. And also we have our church counselor, Auntie Janet. So you know Auntie Janet as well. So this is another person, a resource that we can approach so that you can get help. Okay, so help is always here. All right, so you just need to don't feel ashamed. Just be courageous and share if you are struggling with mental health. Okay, now let's see the questions. I'm not too sure whether, okay. Just want to know your view on depression or like anxiety. Your view of depression and anxiety. Just want to know your view on depression or like anxiety.
Okay.
Is it mental?
I mean, the person who put this maybe can elaborate more, like in terms of.
Maybe this person can elaborate more on the next question that you can ask again.
Yeah, I mean,
there are quite a number of questions about anxiety. So, what is your view on anxiety, depression? So, same on the same line.
I think I would say it's something that is quite a bit more prevalent now. Maybe because of COVID, or maybe because maybe the culture recently, and because of that, then people will have anxiety or maybe like depression. Yeah, I mean symptoms of anxiety or depression. Yeah, so I think my view is if you do have, it's not that you're weird. Yeah, it's not that you are abnormal or you cannot or that you're weak. It's just that somewhere along the line, like you are not able to cope. Like you're not able to cope on yourself, and that's why And I mean that's why we are here also, like to share about, if you are experiencing this, then how you are how to, like, where should you seek help or what should you do. Yeah, so if you in terms of my view, I feel that it's not like you're abnormal. It's not that like, oh, in my like my disciple group, I'm the only one who have it, then you'll feel that, oh, I'm weird, then I don't want to share. Yeah, but it's not lah. Yeah, because maybe if there are actually people who do experience, yeah, it's just that they don't dare
to share. Okay.
Yeah, so by speaking out, then you are able to find ways on how to deal with it lah. Yeah.
Yeah. So as a follow-up question, you talk about symptoms just now. How do I know I have depression or I'm just depressed? Is there a nuance between I'm just sad, or I'm just going through a phase, or I'm really depressed?
Yes. So I have also a lot of youth that they will say like, oh, am I depressed, or they will just think that I procrastinate, I'm just too lazy. Yeah, but I think it really depends also in terms of the duration. So for example, if it's just like just a few days kind of thing, then maybe you go through that. It's just a short phase. But let's say if it's a prolonged one, like in 2 weeks time, like for 2 weeks, right, you really cannot get out of bed. Even things like eating, sleeping, going to the toilet, or like grooming yourself, right, is something that's so difficult for you that you cannot even do, right? Then maybe that's a sign for you to seek help. Yeah. I don't know whether that answered the question.
Yeah, okay.
Abigail and Mabel, if you have
please
any,
feel free
feel free to add in. Yeah.
Okay. So again, the question keep on repeating, but so I guess many of us are having this issue. How do I know I have anxiety or depression? How can we help someone who is going through depression or anxiety and also dislikes helps from adults and only talks to you about it?
Okay, sorry.
They don't like to talk about it to adults.
Sorry, before that, just to add on the previous one, there are also a lot of online questionnaires or like online websites that you can go to do and to check whether you have any there is like a questionnaire to check whether you have depression or anxiety. So if the score is very high, then they will encourage you to seek help. Yeah, but then maybe it's like if it's like very ambiguous also, like maybe out of 40 you get 20. That's like, oh, so do I have or don't have kind of thing. Then that's where you can also ask like professionals like, okay, this is what I did and this is my result. I'm not very sure. Can you help me with it? Yeah, so I guess that might also help in terms of the previous question of like how do I know whether I have like depression or anxiety. Yeah. Okay. So to seek like online those questionnaires, yeah, so, which can be found on our our Instagram link tree. There's a questionnaire that you can do.
Okay, on Shine as well you can get.
Yes, our Instagram. There's a link tree link there that has a questionnaire that you can do to check whether you have anxiety or depression.
Okay,
yes.
so the question that I asked, how do we help people who are
I
who are having this issue?
I think how to help is firstly to be informed. Like to educate yourself lah. Yeah, I think that's why just now I share about like following Instagram accounts that can educate me. I mean, for all of us, we to be educated like in terms of what to say, what not to say, because sometimes we also don't know what to say, right? Yeah. So that's one. I think also most importantly is just to be there with the person. Yeah, like you did not like keep saying things like, it's okay, I'm here for you, 加油. Sometimes they just want a listening ear. Yeah, but maybe to at some point of time, right? If let's say you really don't know what to do, you're always there, but you don't know what to do, then that's where you can also seek help for your friend. Yeah, together with your friend. I think that gives a lot of encouragement and also comfort to the person that like, oh, I'm not seeking help alone. This person is helping me also. Yeah, so I guess, yeah.
Okay.
You got anything you add?
Hello. I think like something also that I think like really helps is also like asking your friend. Oh, so like at this point of time, would you prefer like someone to like just listen to you, or do you like want advice? Because I think like oftentimes it's very easy. If our friend is like telling us about his or her problem, then it's very easy for us to just like give advice and just say, oh, maybe try this or maybe like try that. But like sometimes like our friend just needs like someone to listen to. So I think that's something that also like really helps me is like ask your friend. So yeah, are you like do you want like advice, or do you just want like someone to like listen to you and just be with you?
Yeah, I think to just add on that, I think sometimes it's okay to let your friend know that, hey, I might not really know what you're going through, because the situation is different, and I think it's okay to let them know that you don't know much about it, but you are willing to be there. I think sometimes just being there and maybe letting them tell you more about how they are feeling and what kind of help they would like to have, I think that is also very valuable. Yeah.
I also want to share a very short and funny story about what Mabel shared about like whether I want to give advice or be there. So I have a friend, one day she just like, when I was like working, then she called me like, can I talk to you now? I'm like, sure. Then she was like, yeah, so this happened. And then like, then she quarreled with the boyfriend, because the boyfriend, right, instead of being there to listen to her of like what's going on, the boyfriend like jumped into the problem solving mode, like, yeah, you should do this, you should do that. Then she just tell me like, it's not that I don't know, I know what to do. It's just now I just need someone to listen. Yeah, so I think that's to me I find it very funny also. It's like that's why it's important for us to like what Mabel shared, to check in with the person. Do you want me to listen to you, or do you want advices right now? Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Last two questions, because in relation to, does hating yourself mean you have depression? Does hating yourself means, I guess, is this the fault that you're having?
I think that statement is a bit vague, in terms of hating yourself, because it can be, it's very vague like you don't, it's, okay, but if you look at the signs and symptoms of depression, that is not considered like one of the signs and symptoms like hating yourself, because it's more of like things that you can measure, like the time, like how long have you been in this state, and etc. So technically speaking, if you look up in terms of the the signs and symptoms, that is not one. Yeah, but you can maybe ask yourself more, you know, why do I hate myself? Or by hating myself, what, like, because, like, example, now I'm in the phase of hating myself, then from there, what happened? Yeah, is it like, because when I hate myself, I don't want to go out, I don't talk to people, I self-harm, I cry a lot, or like, to look into, like, look deeper into, like, why do you hate yourself? Yeah, can also talk to people, yeah, and to have a better perspective as to, like, why, and then to see whether, do you have, what's that called? Yeah, symptoms of depression.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the person who wrote this question, maybe you can approach your DGL so that, I mentioned DGL because you're supposed to be more comfortable to talk about this to your DGL, at least, so that you can further explore. Okay, last one. I get panic attacks regularly. Does that require medical attention or therapist or intervention?
Yeah. So if
Panic attack.
I would say that if it affects your daily living, like in terms of like going to school, or even simply going out of your house, then maybe that is something that you need to require additional help additional help or professional support. Yeah, because most importantly is that your daily functioning is not disturbed. Yeah, so if let's say your anxiety, your panic attack is disturbing you or causing you to like not able to sleep, not able to eat, then that's where it's a sign for you to seek help. Yeah. Don't know whether if you wanna add anything. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah, there are quite a number of questions asked. We did talk about it. If there are more questions, I would send it to...
Yes, you can send it to me.
Yes.
Then we can compile, have
some of the questions.
Something like a newsletter or like infographic of like the frequently asked question that we can, not frequently asked, but the question that you have asked, then we can make into an infographic and send it over to send it back to you.
Yes, okay. Thank you so much once again, Ivy and the rest of the ladies.
Yes,
Yeah,
so...
yeah.
Okay, before that, I would like to get, before we leave, I want to get all of us to help us with a feedback form.
Feedback form.
Yes,
from
thank you so much.
Shine.
Yes.
In the...
Is the third last slide? Yeah.
So while having the feedback form on, I will move on to the announcement soon. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's the feedback form. You can scan, yeah. Okay. While you can give your feedback, let's give 1 more minute to scan it. Okay, we can move to the announcements as well, while you guys fill in the form. Yeah. Move to the announcements.
Yeah, so, okay, sorry, before that, so if, like, let's say if you would want to try to use the Milo app, or like you want any of our services, or you need someone to talk to, you can always express your interest through the feedback form. Yes. So okay. Your feedback really matters, so thank you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so while you do the feedback, I just want to have some announcement very quickly. So the first one is next week. All right, so we are going through a series on mental health and wellness series. So next week we are going to have another privilege to hear from a pastor, this time Reverend Jasper Sim, who also went through a period of depression. So he's coming to come and share more about how his journey and how did he so-called cope, right, with his condition. So Jasper Sim is coming. And so I hope that you can come next week, and service leader and worship leader are mentioned there. Okay, the next announcement is Youth Camp. So there's an update about the Youth Camp. So this is a QR code. If you want to, please sign up. If you want to sign up, please scan the QR code. And I'm going to invite Sean now. Sean to share more about the Youth Camp.
Okay, hi guys. So just to let you all know that Sign-ups will be closed this week, so please sign up ASAP, and here's a link to the QR code. And also, for those who already signed up for camp, can you if you're not added to the group, can you join the Telegram group? Because I need you all to settle two things for me. Firstly, there'll be a second Google form because I need to collate some additional info. Secondly, there'll be an indemnity form that you need to fill. So for the indemnity form, right, can you all remember to use your parents' signature, not your own? Like, I know a few people who already submitted using their own signature. So I will send it back to you. You settle, okay? Thank you.
So this is the Telegram channel for the youth camp. Okay? Yeah. Can I have the last? Yeah, so as usual, we have this slide to remind ourselves, right, for tithe and offerings. So we have a few ways, electronically speaking, and we have the box next to the exit doors. Okay? Now let's pray. Let's end this time in prayer. Let's pray. Let's have a closing prayer. Dear God, thank you for today as we can hear more from Shine Resilience, the three ladies who came to share more about issues of mental health and wellness, Lord. It does affect the whole being and our relationships with other people. And God, we pray that, Lord, you would continue to guide us. Perhaps some of us who are struggling with it, it's real, and that they would be courageous enough to approach at least the DGLs and then share more about their issues, and we can come alongside because, Lord, we are a community of faith that needs support from each other, and we are not here to judge each other, but really to come alongside, to journey with each other, Lord. So whatever issues that we may face, today we are talking about mental health and wellness, Lord, but we can find a place, a relationship that is really caring for one another and really wanted to support each other, Lord. So God, thank you for such community of faith that we can have support here as well. So thank you for today, and as we learn more about mental health and wellness, it just reminds us once again, Lord, that Lord, we are created in your own image, and one of the issues of mental health and wellness is really also about a sinful nature of man, and we just reminded, Lord, how we need to take care of ourselves and through a community of faith like this, Lord. So thank you for this time. Bless us as we're going to have a small group time where we discuss more about what we have heard. Bless our time together, and perhaps we can use this time for us to be more open about our struggle that we are going through. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, now the service is over. You can have your DG time now in those respective rooms. Thank you. Have a blessed time together.
So before we go, really want to thank you for your participation and also the enjoyable time. So we have the questions ready. So you can feel free to use that guiding question to ponder about what was being shared, and you can always just share among your group . So thank you so much, everyone, for having us here today. Bye bye.